So how likely is it for you to move from one terrain to the next in the course of, let's say, your lifetime, or from childhood to, becoming a senior or an elder?
I was just going to bring that point up, that you could look at this model as a continuum, which you may move across if that's what your spiritual journey in this lifetime is to be, or you may sit in one terrain your entire life and go very deep into that terrain. You have to look at your life as a spiritual being, and what is you as a spiritual being looking to learn and create for yourself in this lifetime. And with that understanding, you'll get, well, I'm at this terrain and I'm to go very deep into it, because these are each schools, and they're in a sense a mystery school in that way. And so you may be in one school and contribute very deeply from that school, learn from that school, and that is the school you are in this life to be in. You may move across several of these, or you may have an arc that just takes you from one terrain to the next. And your learning is the transition between these terrains, which is quite monumental, because everything that you've known sort of falls away like a moth becoming a butterfly. And now you're in a different relationship to your spiritual self, or to reality, and you're seeing from a completely different new pair of eyes.
Yeah, and it's really important to understand that everybody's journey through this is different. As Alan said, there are some people, like my father, for example, he's been at Square his whole life and he's gone deeply into that. He's an upstanding member of society. He's contributed. He's held the fabric of our family together for generations. And the rest of us have all shifted terrain, but it's actually been really important that he stays where he is for some sort of stability in the family. And so when you stand back and you look from the point of view of Toroid, the fractal-based terrain, which is always looking at the collective field, and you look at like the higher purpose as a collective, we're all little pieces of the same tapestry. There's things that each person is here to contribute to that fabric of the collective. And some people's journey requires them to hold the field really stable, and some people's journey requires them to shift and grow and expand a lot. There'll be some people who might move from Square all the way to infinity over the course of their life, or they might have a near-death experience and suddenly they just go through all these terrains. And there's other people who might stay at Diamond their whole life, or be born at Circle and stay at that terrain their whole life, because the thing that they're to contribute in their lifetime requires them to go deeply into that terrain, because it's necessary. If somebody's here to understand this model and teach the 10 terrains model, they may have been given the experience of being in several of them because they can really understand it from personal experience. The one thing we're trying to teach with this work is non-judgment. Everybody's journey is different. Each terrain is an equally important contribution to the whole. You might say, oh, pyramid, but there's a lot of evil doing a pyramid. Yeah, but there's also providing everybody else with a lot of opportunities for choice and growth and to choose their own reactions to it. There's a lot that's happening of good as a result of those actions. So when you stand back and look at it from a bigger picture, everybody's place is important. And so it's really important to honor everybody else's journey as being equally valid.